And with that, here we go. First match of top 4.
I'm excited. Combatant set, Firestorm on the left, Turtle on the right.
Oh, stick spin from Firestorm, STPC spin from Turtle.
Firestorm's been a stick spin lover since the beginning of time, and you love to see that even- Oh my- the mid-board C-spin! I'm sorry, what was I even saying?
Oh, but the surge break is...
start!
Surge break is forced for Firestorm, and there also is a lot of cheese on her board. She does have some pretty good skims here, able to get out of it relatively cleanly. But Turtle now has the surge advantage in a really clean stack of his own.
And they're absolutely abusing this mech shape as they see fit. They're not even gonna go for the counter for it. They're gonna see the opportunity, blood in the water, and they're gonna burst spike it. What a way to take the first point.
Yeah, that is probably going to be one of the things we're looking for when it comes to Turtle's gameplay. Just being able to take advantage of their opponent's mistakes, having their attack ready, always being aware of what the opponent is doing and when they mess up.
Turtle's always been an extremely potent attacker, but it's not through raw stats, it's by their awareness as well. And Firestorm, just at the worst board state possible, had a small down stack, but it wouldn't have been enough anyway. Turtle takes their second point in pretty quick fashion.
Yeah. We can't really say anything just yet. It is only 2 points, 2 rounds in, but so far, Turtle has had the initiative for the entirety of it.
I do have to point out that stick spin got the PC and SDPC spin didn't. The roles have been reversed.
It's false advertising.
But that's Firestorm vision for you.
Yeah, definitely. Nice spike from Turtle. Nice timing as well. Firestorm, rough board state, able to get the eyepiece in time, but so much cheese to work through. But actually really nice skims from Firestorm to stay alive.
It's wild when you can notice a player slowing down significantly. You look at their stat sheet and it's still above 3. Only slow by comparison. Insane stat line by any other means.
Jeez. Turtle once again finding that timing, able to catch Firestorm off guard yet again with the massive spike. If you're Firestorm, you have to be thinking of some way to adapt, some way to stop Turtle from being able to just constantly control the pace of the game.
I am a little surprised I'm not seeing that much limit testing from Firestorm, continuing to wage the delayed C-spin war. Yeah. Maybe one of these rounds is going to work out. They're just looking for the correct invisible adaptation here. But it's going to be a tough one to find when Turtle's in the momentum driver's seat.
Firestorm gets the eyepiece, but has a bit of cheese, able to work through it, but the Omish drop is going to slow them down.
Oh, what a fix.
Finds more skims and gets the eyepiece. Really nice survival there, but once again, Turtle just continuing the pressure. Turtle, for all of his defense, is still second in the world for sprint, so definitely a player that is capable of turning it up when it matters, and a 22 spike is further proof of that.
Ridiculous C-spin find from Turtle there, but Firestorm just had the cancels ready.
Right, Firestorm showing off that... Oh! Turtle!
And Turtle has no choice but to commit to the all-spin, but you just don't have enough time to finagle it in there, and Firestorm's on the board.
Yeah. Firestorm
that is one of the downfalls of being good at all-spin. You know when things are possible, but you don't know if you're able to execute it in the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
And Firestorm's sitting in the 6-3 right now.
Oh, super quick sequence there from Turtle. Sends the 14 spike and pulls on the surge for the counter spike.
Turtle had the offensive tank! Able to eat all of Firestorm's pressure and send that surge completely raw.
Yeah, once again, great recognition from Turtle there. Able to recognize that he was able to tank that and just able to send that kill with that surge afterwards.
Fractal from Turtle, they're trying to forecast a floating, they're gonna get away with it.
And then
Firestorm in a precarious situation, and not enough time.
That quick burst down into a 35 spike. 35 disconnected spike at that. No multiplier, just pressure. Firestorm. built into TKI originally, but in a bit of a rough board state now.
And
Has a lot of well
just playing
changes.
clean right now. But they are going to get forced up too high for comfort.
Oh, but Firestorm Surge Break doesn't do much.
Now Firestorm's in the 6-3. Players of this caliber in 6-3 is always a scary sight to see.
Yeah, Turtle in 5-4 as well. Spawning in Pines.
Firestorm, you are not allowed to offensive tank there. And they have the first down stack. Can they find the second? They don't have the peace sequence. Turtle is threatening Brazil.
I mean, once again, it's this idea of having a second spike ready. Your opponent may be able to survive the first one. They may be able to find the skims necessary, but do they have enough for a second?
Mech shapes coming out from Turtle. Ooh, that's the worst misdrop you want to see, entirely over the well. And now Turtle has to deal with so much cheese that cancels nowhere in sight.
Brazil has been avoided. No 7-1.
Crisis averted. The cracks of momentum are forming. Can you convert it?
Firestorm almost finding perfect clear. But instead opts to upstack into a 6-3. Oh my, quick burst down stack from Turtle, catching Firestorm off guard once again.
What a burst down stack.
Yeah, Turtle kind of just lures you into a false sense of security with their seemingly defensive playstyle. And you just forget the fact that Turtle is still, once again, I will repeat myself, number 2 in the world for sprint.
And we did actually see an opener adaptation from Firestorm there. Instead of the delayed C-spin, they're gonna go for the initial C-spin, and yeah, Turtle does a fatal misdrop, and they just know that there's no getting out of that one.
That is a risk when you play faster. It does mean you misdrop quicker as well. Of course, the
not only that, but it's also a lot harder to notice when you have misdropped and not completely ruin your board state afterwards with the chains.
Right.
And that's 36 of sustained pressure from Turtle, still going on the floor!
Firestorm lives! What did
and
we
that's
just...
the difference between sustain and burst pressure!
Huh?
Sparks are flying everywhere! Firestorm's gonna have a tough to access well, and now they've only got cheese on their board. Turtle's gonna be accessing the cheese on their own pretty soon, so the volatility is probably gonna decrease, but it's gonna come back real soon.
Surely not.
Oh, double out piece from Firestorm! There's nothing you can do there!
What? Insane survival from both players. I have no clue how neither of them died for so long. Just...
Both of these players had perfect execution that entire time, only decided by an unfortunate cue.
Firestorm, rough board state, has the skims, but the JP's covers the well. Turtle, commanding lead, 6 points up now. Or I should say 6 points up once again.
Firestorm's trying to go for that 7-2 stack, gets the count to 4, nice all-spin to well transfer, getting the mini surge off, but they fail to send any cheese, and now they're going to sit here at a slight disadvantage, but it's not going to persist for long.
Firestorm has the initiative here, bit of a surge advantage and a cleaner stack. And Turtle, barely able to skim out of that. Might have almost fought for a bit too long there, but just was able to find the skims that they needed to survive.
And Turtle's board state doesn't look that good. Luckily, they are able to find the well of the just now received garbage. And the speed of being able to even figure that out is insane to see.
But Turtle misdrops, and Firestorm's able to get out because of it.
Turtle has a significant board state advantage at the moment. Trying to sustain their material a little bit longer before they're forced to spike. Gets the offensive tank, but Firestorm is not worried in the slightest.
Yeah, both players sending off their spikes at virtually the same time there, canceling each other out.
Huge wall coming out from Turtle. Able to access the other one. Minimal back-to-back breaks. Firestorm in an extremely precarious situation at the mercy of their Q, and their Q says no. Match point Turtle.
Yeah. Great timing once again from Turtle. Just this ability to keep this board state clean is truly incredible. Turtle with the extended setup. Oh my goodness, into a 20 spike, sending a lot of cheese to Firestorm, but Firestorm digs through it immediately.
Firestorm's always been a good player when dealing with cheese. Gonna go for the tank, knowing it's all gonna come in as clean. This is their opportunity to do something offensive. Ooh. But Turtle's sustained pressure is gonna force Firestorm on the defense once again.
Surge break from Turtle. Firestorm forced to tank it. Now has a bit of cheese to work through once again.
And this is what I'm talking about on Firestorm's gameplay. As I was going to say there before Turtle ended up just completely out-pressuring, Firestorm's ability to see, like, irregular downstack solves, because most people just skim the line and continue from there, but Firestorm knows it has to be in this specific order to actually access next. It's amazing to see how consistent they're able to pull that off. But that is the set to Turtle.
Yeah, kind of a dominant performance from Turtle there. Just always able to find the enough pressure while trying to stay alive in order to make these massive spikes. And of course, Turtle once again having this incredible timing, having this incredible capability to send these counter spikes in the exact perfect moments, just kind of dominated the entire set.
But one thing you gotta know about Firestorm, especially if you've been watching TWC up until this point, is that they're kind of like a boss fight. And Turtle has just unwillingly triggered Phase 2, because that second win is about to be lethal. I can't wait to see what this adaptation's gonna bring.
Yeah, absolutely. Firestorm, one of these players that has, once again, Firestorm's been in the scene for so long. She's seen so much, she's done so much, she's won so much. If there's any player that's capable of adapting to a situation like this, where it might seem hopeless, it would be Firestorm.
Well said.
Alright, into this next match. Firestorm, rough misdrops to start off. But Turtle, having a couple of misdrops of his own.
And Turtle's just being a speed demon right there. Unfortunately, that STSD doesn't quite work, but they are able to make it to the 4-star threshold before they break. What amazing offensive pressure! Firestorm.
There's no way Firestorm lives. There's no way Firestorm lives.
At the mercy of their Q, the T-piece is 1-2.
Oh my goodness. Firestorm almost finding the out there, just unfortunately the wrong Q. It's just, I mean, kind of incredible.
Even when the survival fails, it's still amazing to watch.
For sure.
Got copies coming out from Turtle.
Early surge break from Firestorm into a triple misdrop by the looks of things. Into another triple misdrop on top of it. That's rough.
One misdrop's already rough. The moment you deal with 3, things really do seem hopeless there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Firestorm in this instance, you need to keep a handle of your nerves. You need to find a way to stop Turtle from taking the initiative, but against the 33 spike out of nowhere, it's so hard to do.
Firestorm is at the floor there, so they had no pre-material built up to actually counter that. So that is just going to be a top out, and Turtle is once again running away with the momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Turtle having a couple of misdrops again. Oh, never mind. Convert.
Oh, that's a fractal.
Misdrop anymore. Beginning to think that wasn't a misdrop anymore.
Just stop questioning the all-spin sequences. Firestorm's got the surge advantage.
Turtle with another misdrop. I'm like, unfortunate for Turtle.
That was half an Among Us.
Oh god, it was. On that sombering note, once again, STPC spin versus stick spin. Turtle sends first, which does mean Firestorm will get the clean garbage to utilize.
It's exactly where they want it to be, but it's not going to be a kill shot yet. They have to try and sustain this advantage into a kill later. Unfortunately, not able to do that, and now this is Turtle's opportunity to take the lead.
Oof, nice spins there from Firestorm to keep the count to 4. But Turtle massive upstack, the 27 spike, although they do misdrop the combo continuation. Oh, and then the misdrop S-spin!
Oh. So many of these rounds are being decided by misdrops. It seems that the winner of this set might just be who gets control over their nerves first.
Yeah. Never something that you want a match to come down to, but if that is your only way to win, then that's your only way to win. Firestorm, so much cheese already. Turtle, early surge breaks do not send that much pressure, but they do send a lot of cheese.
They're sitting in the 6-3. What a misdrop conversion. They have all three teams in the queue. Game hands this to the silver platter as a sustained spike. Firestorm's looking to survive at the mercy of their queue, but the final eyepiece is too far.
Huh?
That was just an unfair situation. Like, what do you even do there if you're Firestorm? Game just said, sorry, you're gone.
Okay.
What a donation from Firestorm. It's gonna allow them to cancel a little bit more and access their next well pretty quickly. Now Turtle's gonna have the board state disadvantage. They're gonna need to find cancel of their own. It's gonna be a tough down stack at the mercy of their queue. Nice T-spin single find. But that's gonna be it for that round.
Yeah. Firestorm keeping it close. Turtle had that 3-0 lead, but now 1-point game. Oh, is this?
Oh?
I know the name of it. I don't remember the name of it. It's an unconventional opener. It's a funny opener.
Niche opener spotted. Neuron activation.
It's unfortunately not a good opener in this instance because Turtle gets the swipe down and kills.
Turtle's gonna go for the PCO, bring this into the mech shape. Very powerful all-spin generator. And Firestorm, doing the early C-spin into take, is just gonna be receiving all of that cheese. This is not something you want to see.
Surge advantage, or surge break from Turtle. Sends so much cheese. And Firestorm doesn't have skims, and the eyepiece gets stuck!
Yeah. Firestorm needed those pieces in a very specific order, and they just weren't able to get it. They needed 2 placements of Sol when they only had 1. And Turtle is now doubling the score of Firestorm.
Yeah, Firestorm had that rally, brought it within 1, but once again, Turtle so dominant, right back to 3-point difference. Surge break from Firestorm. Turtle tanks all of it. Now has so much clean to work with. 30 spike. Firestorm doesn't have an eyepiece in queue, but they have skims.
They have the small placement, but then they hesitate a little bit too much.
Oh, that's so rough from Firestorm. Turtle once again opening this lead.
Mutual TKIs for both players. But I'm honestly surprised that Firestorm is adamant on the tanking when it hasn't found them that much success thus far. They might have to try and find a different adaptation soon.
Yeah, soon is definitely when they need to find one, but of course, there isn't that much time left. Turtle is now only 4 points away.
Firestorm once again in a situation where they need one specific piece. It had to be the T, and it was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, kind of rough cues from Firestorm, although that's taking away nothing from Turtle's pressure and timing.
Definitely not. When it comes to this game, you're gonna be put in those situations, and the best thing you can do is try to just have that risk management ready. And Firestorm, you can see, not getting greedy at all anymore.
What a sequence from Turtle there to cancel Firestorm's pressure and keep back-to-back. Into a count of 4 while downstacking. Just some incredible back-to-back preservation.
Turtle, what is this count?
Okay, Surge finally breaks, and Firestorm has so much cheese on her board. Turtle, that's not it.
Oh no.
Okay.
The overhangless fails, but they have a second bail.
Ooh.
Gonna be a tough downstack, but Firestorm's at the floor, they have no pressure. And Turtle's gonna survive to another encounter.
Oh, into the TST. Oh, but the misdrop afterwards.
Ooh, these misdrops really putting a pin in their pressure. Firestorm's in the 6-3.
Yeah, unfortunate S misdrop there from Turtle will cost him the round, but I do just want to point out how Turtle recognized these very brief moments in order to build these counter fours, in order to build these T-spins, in order to cancel Firestorm's pressure. Just truly incredible defensive gameplay from both of these players.
Players finding these hyper-efficient setups at such high rows it's always amazing to see, because you think it's greed, but they know they have the speed, they know their limits of what they can get away with.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I can hear the sirens!
Yeah, Firestorm just not quite finding it. I think one piece too high from survival.
Turtle with the DT Classic in the Big 25?
Definitely not something we're used to seeing. The eye misdrop doesn't help, but they do have the skims to stay alive for a bit. Firestorm has the surge advantage, sends it off, but Turtle's ready for it.
And Turtle once again getting these efficient setups high up in the board, not able to find the 4th threshold, which is actually going to be the difference between Firestorm living and surviving the initial. Yeah, but now it actually is match point Turtle.
Do or die for Firestorm.
Firestorm essentially has to sweep a Tetra League set. No more room for error. The pressure is on.
Ooh. Firestorm so high up, has the skims for a bit. Able to get more skims getting down. Turtle has to clean up the stack a little bit. Doesn't have any pressure to send just yet. But Firestorm wasn't quite able to build up anything of her own. As I say that though, Surge breaks and sends Turtle straight to the top. Turtle. Oh my goodness, the whole T-piece! What is that greed?
How are you getting away with any of this? They made Surge threshold!
Turtle somehow managing to find a way to cancel all of that pressure, and now has the advantage state and kills!
And Turtle's gonna advance to Grand Finals! In the most unwavering manner possible! And that may be the end of Firestorm's run to the top spot. They did make the top 4, so you will see her again in the bronze match. But what a set, what a match!
Yeah.